As always, we'd like to look at what's going on in the world of the teals. It's no secret that the three of us here on Outsiders think that the so-called teal independents are affluent and self-indulgent activists. They have no connection with mainstream Australians. But we have to admire the vision of one in particular as to the answer to Australia's energy crisis. Step forward, North Sydney teal, Kylie Tink.
Kylie Tink has revealed that she owns shares in 2 fossil fuel companies. The Climate 200-backed independent said she purchased small shareholdings in Viva Energy Group and Beach Energy for the purpose of, quote, shareholder activism.
Oh, it was for shareholder activism, which, funny enough, doesn't seem to have been mentioned during her campaign.
One of the most significant things I think we can do as urban dwellers and city dwellers is actually push as hard as we can to get our communities to be electrified. I will work with local councils and the state government to enable the federal seat of North Sydney to become one of the first true net zero urban zones in Australia as we transition to a fully electrified community. We have to do everything that we can possibly do to get to net zero as quickly as we can. I will add our voice to calls for the gradual removal of subsidies for coal and gas and a stop to any new coal or gas extraction projects.
No, she kept very quiet about her investments during the campaign, and the reason it's belatedly come to light is the rule that MPs have to declare their interests. And now comes the spin. As I reported in the Daily Telegraph this week, a spokesman said that Ms. Tink purchased small shareholdings in a number of companies where she felt shareholder activism may be a way to both better understand the entities involved and potentially exert pressure from within to drive reform.
Oh, yeah.
Turn it up. Conveniently, Tink's spokesperson was silent on the extent of her shareholder activism, or even whether she'd attended any shareholder meetings in the first place. Why so silent? Wasn't she telling us she lives and breathes transparency?
As some of the highest office holders in our land, I firmly believe federal parliamentarians must be held to the highest possible standard so that others may aspire to do the same. I'll have just 2 masters, my community and my conscience. For me, this is about transparency and accountability.
As they say, birds of a feather flock together.
I firmly believe that we are all, as individuals, accountable for our decisions and actions.
We can't let coal companies and lobbyists buy their way into our government.
Sticking with politics, and independent MP Zali Steggall has come under fire for failing to declare a $100,000 donation from coal investor John Kinghorn's family trust. Steggall received 8 donation pledges, all below the declaration limit, but a review by the Australian Electoral Commission found they were delivered as a single cheque.
Well, I think it was a bit of a hit job by the SMH, absolutely.
Well, you can only do a hit job if there is material to work with, and that's the issue for you right now.
Accountability for thee, but not for me. This is what Tink was claiming publicly about her stance on gas.
I am furious about the gas power plant that's going to be established in Kurri Kurri. If we're going to stand here and debate today, I can tell you right now, the people of Kurri Kurri don't want a new gas power plant. They want a future for their kids. So why wouldn't we be prioritising renewable and sustainable energy development out there?
So furious was she with gas that Tink decided to buy shares in Viva Energy.
Opposition to a proposed gas terminal in Geelong is getting louder. Viva Energy wants to build a floating natural gas terminal in Corio Bay next to its oil refinery.
This project assumes that Victoria will keep burning gas at very high rates all the way through to 2040. They're essentially betting against Victoria achieving its ambitious climate goals.
And as for that other company she invested in, Beach Energy, what are their values and vision?
Beach Energy, formerly Beach Petroleum Limited, was established by the late Reg Sprigg back in the early 1960s. And all that you see before you harks back to the vision and tenacity of this one remarkable South Australian. As a geologist, Sprigg went in search of fossils. Find them and you might uncover much needed fossil fuels.
And now they're calling you a poser and a hypocrite, Kylie Tink. Why would that be?
Young people have so much anxiety about the future right now. A lot of that is obviously to do with the physical realities of climate change. But I think what's causing even more anxiety than that is watching our leaders do nothing to stop it.
100%.
Right.
Watching them do nothing and then almost in some cases do exactly the opposite of what's needed.
You're much like the companies you secretly invest in, Kylie Tink, full of gas.